Hello.
Thought I'd pop in. I did a vlog yesterday and then decided to not put it up and then actually give you the update today because some of the things I was going to tell you were happening yesterday. So let's get started. Um, Merry Christmas if I haven't already said that to you, and I hope you had a happy New Year. I did. In fact, I was in bed by 10 on New Year's Eve. I don't do anything else than that. But New Year's Day, I was able to go with my family and do our first day hike, which we used to do with the kids when they were young at this place called Green Lake State Park. Excuse me. And it was fabulous. I have not done that with the kids, and kids being my son. He brought a buddy. I guess his girlfriend couldn't get out of bed fast enough. And my daughter, Brittany, her husband flew out to Florida New Year's Eve, literally New Year's Eve, to visit with his mother, who has, I don't know if I mentioned this, had gotten in a car accident a week ago yesterday. Uh, yes, a week ago yesterday. I won't go into detail. She ended up having to have surgery. She broke her femur, ankle, and foot. It was her fault. The circumstances surrounding the accident is very questionable, to say the least. Other than, I won't go any further into it, but he flew out, so she was alone. So it was my husband, myself, Brittany, and Cindy Michael and his pal. And we did the 3 mile walk. It was great. It was just great. And I was in such again, like I was when I was at the Christmas tree shop, in such a good mood because it's like you're just being released from prison. And so I'm saying Happy New Year to everybody who goes by me and petting everybody's dogs. And my daughter says, "What is up with mom? She's like Miss Social Butterfly." And my son says, "Hey, cut her some slack. She's making up for lost time. She's been hidden away for 6 years." And we high fived each other, and I said, "Amen." So New Year's Day was great. Then from there, we went to a place called Oh My Darling, cute little restaurant in the city of Syracuse, and had a delicious brunch. I had my eggs Benedict. That's what I always order, that when we go out to breakfast or brunch. Eggs Benedict, hands down, is my favorite. And so New Year's Day was a success, and I'm really thrilled to report that. Thrilled to be able to say that to you. Last year, New Year's Day, I pushed myself to go out to eat with my daughter Brittany and her husband and husband and my husband. And I remember writing my journal, and I might have even vlogged that I was really spaced out, dizzy, not good. I really struggled the entire day. Not so this time. So got the reflection of the windows off my glasses. So that's that. Um, Last night, here's another huge thing for me. Huge. Might not be huge for some of you, but for me, and on any of you who have been housebound or homebound for quite a number of years, you'll understand this. My husband and I went out with another couple for dinner. I literally have not done that in probably, I can't even tell you how many years, since before I got sick, because I was working at the hospital right before I got sick, and I was working the second shift. And so going out to dinner was really never a thing for me because I was always at work. But then after I got sick, I've been out to dinner many times, but with family. This was the first time my husband and I went out with another couple. The wife is one of my friends, the girls that we get together once a month. She's one of my friends that I grew up with. So I see her, at least once a month, and she groomed my dogs. But for the four of us to go out and socialize was a huge thing for me. And I was just so blessed that I could do that and enjoy myself and sit and eat and just have a good time and not think about being sick. We discussed it a little bit because her husband didn't really know my whole background because I hadn't seen him in years. I hadn't seen him in years and years. And so she hadn't really filled him in too much on what was going on with me. So he asked me a little bit about it, and I explained it to him and told him how I have to give LDN a lot of credit for my being able to function again. So that was huge. Tomorrow, we are going, my daughter Brittany is taking me to see Lion King. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I went out and bought a new top, a sparkly kind of top, not like me. This is the kind of stuff I wear. I wear, leisure wear, but she wanted me to dress up a little bit. And I said, well, I'm not wearing a dress. I haven't put a dress on since I left my old church where you were not allowed to wear pants. From the time I left that church, I don't think I've had a dress on except for my daughter's wedding and maybe somebody else's wedding other than that. So anyway, we're leaving in the morning, 10:30, 11. It's a 2-hour drive. The show starts at 1. And then on our way home, we will stop to get something to eat for dinner. So that will be a great day with my daughter, Britt. I'm really excited and again, happy to do it. I'll be taking that same drive on the 8th, which I believe is next Wednesday. I have to drive. I don't have to. I offered to drive one of my friends who is very ill. She is disabled. She truly is disabled. She's got pain that's so I'm taking her to Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester to be seen by a new neurologist to see if there's anything more they can do for her. So I offered to drive it. So I'll be driving to Rochester again. And last year I wouldn't do this. 2 years ago I wasn't even able to. Last year I might have been able to, but I wouldn't have done it. Every year I'm getting better and better, and I praise God. I literally, had a really hard time sleeping last night, and I just keep praying, Lord, please help me. Let me get some sleep. I couldn't fall asleep, and I don't know why. I had a wonderful evening. I wasn't hyper. I only drink water with lemon. I never drink anything but water with lemon, ever. Nothing. I haven't even had mint tea lately. Usually in the winter I'll have peppermint tea or mint medley. I haven't even drank any tea lately. I just drink water with lemon. And got home and lights out at 10 like I usually do, and then wide awake. At 11 I took some melatonin, and by midnight I was still wide awake. And then you start to get, not you, I tend to let my anxiety start to sleep in. Like, what happens if I don't fall asleep at all? Well, I got so much to do tomorrow. I've got to get some sleep. So then I let anxiety start to slip in a little bit. So I just took a smidgen more of Klonopin. Haven't done that in 2 months. And fell asleep, fell down. Yeah. Slept. So because today, my daughter, Tara, and her family are coming home tomorrow. They'll get on the road tonight, drive through the night, and actually, she just texted me. They were in one part of Florida for a week, then they went to another part of Florida to stay with his mother for this last week. They left early this morning to drive to Tennessee to visit for the day with his brother and sister-in-law and their little boy. And they're going to stay there until 9:30 tonight and get on the road and then drive through the night and get home sometime afternoon tomorrow. I won't be home to greet them, or I won't even be around to talk to them, but right now I put together taco bean soup. I got the recipe from an Amish woman that I watch her vlogs, and it's been simmering on the stove all day. And I also made honey cornbread, and I will bring that over, put it into a crock pot, and put it into the refrigerator. And then when they get home, they can stick the crock pot, into the thing, warm it up, and they'll have dinner all ready for them when they get home tomorrow. I also have a lot of shopping to do, a lot for me, but I'm getting ready to do a lot of crafts. Now that they're home, they'll be home. I plan on spending time I'll be back to babysitting my youngest grandson 3 days a week again. And so I've got a lot of craft ideas. And also, I'm sorry, excuse me, on the 25th, when the girls get together comes around, they're going to come here. And I've already told them that they need to bring a mason jar or a jar of the size of a mason jar and to buy a bottle of clear Elmer's glue. And they're like, what is this? And I said, nope, not going to tell you. It will be a surprise, but we're going to do a craft together. It's really easy and you'll like it. It'll be fun. We're making calming jars. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. Calming jars. Very easy. And I also going to make winterscape snow globes with my grandkids. So I got to go to the Dollar Tree and get some more items for the, to put those together. And I'm excited. Something gives me something to do. I also will be purchasing, I've got 2 ladies on the line now. It's how I'm going to get them to my house, because I think you've seen that this is the table and chairs that I have in this room for the kids. Well, that's not going to work for my friends, and I won't do crafts on my dining room table. That would ruin my dining room table. And to ask them to sit on those little chairs at their little table. And also my grandkids are, especially my oldest grandson, he's 8, be 9 in a couple months, and he's a big boy being tall. He's very tall for his age. They're getting big. This is fine for Wesley, who is 3, but the rest of them, this table isn't working. So as I said, on Marketplace, I found 2 sets, oak round tables with chairs, 150. One wants 150. Another one said that she'll actually take 100 if I'll come and get it. It's just getting it. My son is busy today. It's Saturday. He has a truck. I could possibly get it into my SUV, but I'd have to make a couple trips. So I'm trying to figure that out about getting a new table and chairs. Hopefully I'll be able to do that in the next day or 2, get a new table and chairs in here. So when I do have my friends over, we can actually even eat in here. And even in the summer, if you don't want to be outside by the pool, because we have a patio set by the pool, but if you want to come in here and just do something in here, it'd be nicer I need table chairs. Just babbling. So, anything else? I think that's it. I've told you what I've got planned. I've told you what I've done. I think that's it. I don't see a doctor again until March. And I'm hoping that I can make it all the way to March before I have to have my full physical and discuss the LDN again. I might have mentioned months and months ago that my integrative practitioner who prescribes the LDN to me had offered me a job. And nursing. She was going to be starting another business, home care business, and she asked me if I would be the nursing supervisor, which blew me away because I was like, I never imagined myself working ever again, and especially in that kind of position. But she's known me it will be 2 years next month. We've known each other. She's been seeing me, and she knows my history and my past, and just spending time with me, she said, the job is yours. Well, then after that, I never heard back from her, and I emailed her once in regards to it and never got a response. And then when I had to call about my prescription, I spoke to her receptionist and asked, and I didn't tell her what I was calling. I talked about the prescription, but I said, would you mind having her call me in regards to something unrelated to this? And she never did. And so I was like, well, you don't have to hit me with a bat. Clearly, she doesn't want me to have this job anymore, and she's changed her mind. She doesn't want to tell me. Well, that wasn't the case. I finally did get an email from her, and it was a very lengthy email about that her husband had accepted a job in another state, and that he'd be moving, and that she was going to stay here with this practice and travel back and forth to be with him. And eventually she will move completely down there, and she can still do phone consults with medications and stuff like that. But she is not opening that other business like she had thought. She said this was a once in a lifetime opportunity for her husband. They could not turn it down. So that job is, but I am definitely seriously contemplating, and I mentioned this, I think, in my last vlog or a couple of vlogs back, once summer comes, looking for a part-time nursing job. Because I have all my symptoms. None of them have gone away 100%. None of them. I still have my neuropathy in my feet. I still get the dizziness never goes away. It's just come down 100% compared to where it was. But I still have days that I call it the wackadoodle head. And I have those days. I still have the pain. All my symptoms, I still have. But they have minimized, and I have learned to go through it, to jump through the hoop, so to speak. Don't ask me how. Just, I guess the Lord, has helped with making it less, but he also has shown me that with my mother dying and my brother dying so suddenly, that you don't take, moments you have, whatever you can do it. Embrace it. Because there are people walking around with oxygen tanks dragging behind them, and they're still out shopping and doing stuff. Whatever you can do. Even if you have to fake it, the old saying, fake it till you make it, fake it. Fake it if you can. If you can't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for you. I do. And I know there's a couple of you that watch that are in a really bad place. And my heart breaks for you, because I know that I was in such a dark place a couple years ago. I just didn't think I'd ever come out of it. I didn't see my life ever being anything other than what it was. And here I am to tell you that at 61 years of age, I'm probably having much more of a fulfilling life than a lot of you who are watching this. And you're like 10, 20 years younger than me. I hate to think that. I hate to imagine that. That's not the end of the road. Don't believe that. Don't let the enemy make you believe that it's the end of the road. Because look at me. I'm just thankful and grateful for everything I can and do. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to get out the door and go do more shopping. Love to shop. Part of it is because I can't sit still. I can't sit still now. I want to be go. And then come home and get the soup together and bring it over to my daughters. They left. I can get into their house. So I don't know why I'm telling you any of that. Anyways, so Happy New Year. For me, 2019, I'm so glad it's gone. Good riddance. I put a little cartoon. I don't know these characters, but apparently they're naughty characters, because my son mocked me out putting it up on Facebook. He's going, Mom's watching. I can't remember the names of these characters. I just saw this cartoon of this cartoon character who was supposed to be 2020 tossing this other cartoon character who was supposed to be 2019 into his grave. And I was like, amen. Goodbye, 2019, because you really, even though I got so much better throughout 2019, my personal life has taken a beating. I mean, a beating. You lose your mother, and then you lose your brother, who we had such plans for, and my daughter's nanny lost her, and in a violent accident, and one of my very good friends, her brother took his own life. I mean, 2019 really has been a horrible, horrible year for me. And so all I can say is 2020, please be kind and gentle and loving and healing. I pray for healing. I'm going to get off. I don't want to keep, this has been 20 minutes. Ugh, I don't like these long vlogs. Bye bye. God bless.